I'm getting here that you are a destiny swapper's worst nightmare. I mean, quite literally. I'm not even just saying that. I'm getting here that people attempt to conjure up a way to take what they feel like should be theirs from you, and they find out really quickly that they're not prepared for the situations they're going to have to go through in order to obtain your destiny. Furthermore, they don't realize that because your destiny is yours and because you have assignments connected to your destiny that you must complete, they don't they can't conceptualize that you'd have extra protection. It's like they're not thinking very clearly when it comes to you and this destiny swapping theme, okay? Stick around. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more to get a little bit more in depth. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Belle, your Orchid Mantis Oracle, and here I give weekly messages that help me and my fellow orchids tap into our higher selves and strengthen our intuition. These messages are not to convince you, but to help guide you through healing along your spiritual journey with patience and precision. Before I get into the message, first I would like to start off by saying, welcome to 101 Orchids, y'all. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for supporting. Y'all don't be afraid to get down in that comment section and do that Japanese, okay? Don't be afraid to share this video. Tell somebody to subscribe, okay? Keep running it up, because when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be offering personal readings. So, like I always say, if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe if you're a new viewer, okay? Let's get into the message. So we have the angel of connection, we have the angel of time, we have the angel of Berdanancy, and we have the angel of annihilation. Okay, so I'm getting here specifically, right? These people who, okay, first of all, first and foremost, the first place where they went wrong was spiritually intruding on you, getting readings on you, or getting their own cards and tapping into your energy when you haven't given them permission to tap into your energy, to read your Akashic records, to figure out what's coming up next in your life, or what major milestones you're going to reach, or what abundance you're going to be coming into, and whatever the time frame is. That's where they went wrong. That was number one. That was the first problem, right? These people don't necessarily understand that through all the times that these could be people that's close to you, this could be family, this could be frenemies, just people that kind of watch you and try to keep tabs on you, or have attempted to pick you apart or find out more information about you in a spiritual way. All right, these people don't understand that through all the times where they assumed that things were just working out for you, or like you're just so lucky, or how does that happen for you, because like I don't even know nobody that's in that situation. Like during those times where they're like evaluating you, these are the times that you were probably going through the worst of the worst situations in your life, and they didn't see it for that. They just saw you living your life. They just saw you making it happen. But they didn't necessarily understand the tears, the stress, the sleepless nights. Like they didn't see any of those things because they watching you through a peephole, and they're assuming that you're good. But through all these times you were going through spiritual awakenings, tests from the divine, like all these things that you were going through, it's just that you just made it look so good. You made it look like it was, even though maybe some of these people actually knew what you were going through, but at the same time they didn't think that it was that big of a deal, because they felt like their situation was a lot worse than yours. And some of these people even went to the lengths of saying, okay, well, since you don't see, like somebody could have literally been like feeling as if you didn't see the anointing that was on you. Like somebody thought that they were a lot more spiritually evolved and could tell that through the hard times, through the things that you were going through, you were going to be having some major breakthroughs. They saw it that way. You didn't see it that way because you were in the midst of it. So because they saw it that way, they kind of saw you, they kind of in their mind tried to paint this picture that you were ungrateful of the divine support for you, not realizing that you're in it, you're evolving through it. You have to go through these situations to be able to really, see how the divine is working with you and in your life. And so these people kind of felt like you didn't deserve the abundance that was coming to you, because they understood that because you were going through so much stuff that you were going to be coming into a breakthrough. But instead of telling you, like, look, when you're going through these situations and things get really tough, it's because you're coming up on a breakthrough, and everything is going to be testing you to see if you're actually ready, mentally, physically, emotionally prepared for the next season in your life, for this abundance you could be coming into. So they felt like, well, since you don't see it, since you don't understand, I'm going to take it from you. Like, literally. So the divine gave them this, the divine made them think that whatever they did worked. The divine made them think like, oh yeah, ever since I did X, Y, and Z to this person, this happened, this I made some more money, I got a better job, yeah, I took that, like, I needed that, so I took that. Basically is the energy that whoever these individuals are, that's the energy that they were in. Okay, they had a very short time frame of success. The I don't know if it's Seven of Swords, the in my in this deck right here, I think it's the Seven of Swords, the Lord of Illusionary success, or something like that, where you think that you're successful, but you're actually not. It's kind of like when you're in a current and when you're swimming. I've been getting this a lot too about water and currents. Okay, like this person could have been thinking that they were getting somewhere, but they were spiritually within a current. Okay, so you know what happens in a current. If you put too much energy into getting out of the current, then that it could be it for you if you don't know how to deal with that type of situation in the water. All right, so this is when this an angel of annihilation pops its head out, because it's like, okay, um i'm actually gonna I'm actually going to save you from this current. But the situations that you're going to go through when you get out of this current, you're going to wish that you just succumb to the current. Like, literally, this angel of annihilation is like, since you think you're so smart, I'm going to save you, because you think you have this anointing on you that you feel like you stole from this person. You thought you destiny swapped. You thought you ate. You thought you left no crumbs, and this other person don't know, and da 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 da, whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna save you from this current, because I want you to think that you have this anointing on you that you think that you stole from this other person. But they're gonna wish that the current took them out. And put it to you like this, because they don't understand the lessons that you had to learn, the situations you had to go through, the isolation that you had to endure in order to evolve and awaken. So it's like, okay, if that's what you feel like you want, then let's see if you could really, stand the storm. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Look, the sun, by mistake, my bad. Let's pull some tarot. Let's get some confirmation on this root connection. All right, it's like this energy surrounding your connection with the divine growing through the different situations you were going through, due to your destiny and what your destiny is comprised of. You have this connection with the divine that you didn't always know you had. I'm getting here that you could be just now. Yeah, here we go, the Lovers. All right, okay, so with the Lovers coming out, okay, due to the fact that you went through all these situations, you experienced the pitfalls before the breakthroughs and stuff like that. The divine is saying that with this Lover's energy, on one hand, this strengthened your connection with the divine, this strengthened your faith within the divine, So it's like you can hear a lot more clear from the divine. Okay. It's not so much fog, all right? You're taking the confirmation and you're saying, okay, this is what the divine said. This is what I'm gonna believe because the divine showed me. On the other hand, okay, the divine could be trying to let you know that there is some sort of connection coming in. I don't want to necessarily say like a twin flame connection because I don't really necessarily I don't want to say that I don't believe in twin flame connections, because a twin flame connection is a karmic connection, a connection that's meant to teach you something. But I'm getting here that there are going to be some new connections coming into your life, and based on your communication and your connection with the divine is going to basically lead you down the right path when these new connections coming in, whether it's romantic, whether it's platonic, whether it's friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just getting here that your connection with the divine is going to be leading you and guiding you through the pace you need to take with these new people that are coming into your life. Okay, all right, let's get some confirmation for this angel of time. What's up with this angel of time? Ooh, the Lord of pleasure. Okay. So I'm getting here like with this Lord of pleasure, okay, you could be going into a more prosperous time. You could be going into a more healing time of your life, a time that you couldn't necessarily even imagine for yourself. It's like I'm getting this love after war type energy where you're gonna have challenges, you're gonna have awakenings, you're gonna have trials and things like that. But I'm getting here that you're there are certain things that you will not have to worry about anymore. For example, like I'm getting here that the connections that are coming into your life right now are going to be a lot more harmonious. I'm not going to say that, like, okay, you're not gonna necessarily go through this betrayal type of energy with these new people coming in, because your discernment has been heightened to a certain extent, so you're able to sift through and you have enough respect for yourself to pull away and detach from people that you know mean no, like no good for you or whatever. Let's go. Let's pull some confirmation for this angel of Nancy. Okay, I'm getting here specifically, right, that like some of these individuals that felt like they were gonna take your destiny from you because you didn't realize the anointing you had, and you're ungrateful because you don't see the anointing and blah 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 blah. A lot of this was mainly they were more motivated by the abundance they saw that you had the potential to obtain. So some of it is more of a gluttonous type of energy where it's like, oh, I want that for myself. I can see that you're abundant in ways that you can't see it, and I want that for myself. And so a lot of this was just like very low vibrational, shadowy energy. Like, oh, I want that abundance. I want to be financially free. I don't want to have to worry about money. You don't even worry about money, so I don't want to have to worry about money. And you don't see the anointing on you, so I'm gonna take that. Okay. Let's see if we could get some confirmation for this angel of Red Nancy. Okay. So we have the King of Cups. Yes. Okay. So like when it comes to this abundance that is written within your Akashic records, something that you can't escape, because due to the fact that you're strengthening your intuition and you're hearing more clearly from your higher self, from the divine, there are certain decisions that you're going to make. There are certain pathways that you're going to go down, which is going to lead you to this abundance. But I'm getting here somebody taking, because you could be in this King of Cups kind of energy, very emotionally in tune, aware, intelligent, okay, able to see straight through people, but not necessarily make them feel as if you're superior to them because you can't see through them. Okay, I'm getting here that people could be taking this, like taking you for a fool. You won't necessarily put them on Front Street or make them feel stupid, but because you don't say much, people think like, oh, she or he or they don't even, or whatever. Okay, but I'm getting here the divine is like, It doesn't even matter, because they're going to put these people, the divine, your guides, and everybody that surrounds you are going to put these people in positions where they need to just chill out. I'm getting here specifically, okay? Let's see if we can get some confirmation for this angel of annihilation. All right. Ooh, Lord of. And you seen how fast that card just flew out? The Lord of Swiftness coming out for the angel of annihilation. Some of these people are like, I'm getting this time frame, right? Please don't take this literally, but this is just what I'm getting. Okay. I'm getting like someone says, you don't see the anointing on you. I'm taking that. They do this, whether they do some sort of ritual, whatever they do to make themselves believe they've taken something from you. Because that's what this is. This is pure delusion. This is pure like, yeah, I know what I have to do and I'm going to do it and it's going to work. This is pure like shadow. You think you know and you don't know. Like, but it's like some of these people, I'm saying like maybe a week later, something happens. They're like, what the heck? And then it's like back to back to back to back to back. Because it's like, since you wanted that destiny, since you wanted that abundance, we're going to start sending you situations that you're going to go through, but not the same exact situations that this person who is assigned this destiny, who is assigned this abundance, but situations that's going to wake you up to the fact that you think you know what you're doing and you don't. Literally, okay? Like you I'm getting here like you did your little ritual, you did your little thing thinking that you knew. Now you're going through these situations that you can't even understand why you're going through. It's this forgetfulness too. This person starts going through stuff back to back to back to back, and they even forget that they did this to you. They literally, because they start going through so much stuff, and they are not even like, listen, they are not even equipped or have the protection that you have on you to help them through the situations they end up going through right after they do whatever they thought they was going to do to take this from you. Okay. And some of these people get brought to their knees. I mean, some of them don't necessarily remember in the beginning, but once situations start happening back to back to back, they could be approaching you in different energy. They could come to you and start saying, man, let me tell you what happened to me. Like, I've been going through it. You ain't heard from them in a couple weeks, but all of a sudden now they coming to you and they have a totally different energy. They have a more humble energy. They're like, man, like, I've been going through some crazy stuff. They're not telling you that they've been going through some crazy stuff because they need to hear your opinion, they need your advice. They're basically like waving the white flag without necessarily verbalizing, like, I tried to do this and now I'm going through all this stuff. They are just, a lot of these people are just going to approach you and just start talking to you about all this crazy stuff that start happening to them. But you're going to notice that their energy is not as arrogant as it used to be. So when you used to talk to them or conversate with them, they could have had this arrogant type of like, you be like that. When these people come to you, none of that. None of that at all. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Let me get an angel to help me with close out, and then we're going to go ahead and get some cards for advice. All right. So we have the angel of sky. Okay. So I'm getting here specifically that the beings specifically that take the most offense to these type of actions that are committed towards you are the angels within the heavens. And it's because when you have somebody with a specific assignment and someone who is not necessarily aware of their own energy, they don't even understand their own destiny. They just want your destiny because they feel like you don't understand or you don't appreciate what you have. Even though you would have to go through an awakening to realize that. And that's this kind of like patience thing that the divine is naturally going to have for you, because you have to be awoken up to certain things about yourself. So these angels of sky, almost like the angels in like the heavenly realms, okay, they kind of take the most offense to that. But I'm getting here that they don't necessarily have the same energy as these beings that are within the underworld. So it's like this communication in the middle, like, hey, this person is trying to do X, Y, and Z. They're trying to interfere with the divine plan. And we don't really appreciate that. Can you handle this for us? All hell breaks loose. I'm saying, I don't know, but I'm just saying. Somebody, these beings in the heavens, in this heavenly realm, basically assigns these beings within the underworld to play like to basically like exercise the plot. Like, I can't even really 100% explain it, but it's like when you delegate task, okay, these heavenly beings, they can't even get to a certain energy. They can understand the concept behind why you're doing what you're doing, but they can't get to a certain energy. So that's the reason why they communicate with the underworld and say, look, this person is within this energy. We can't tap into that vibration. So we need you guys to go handle it. And sometimes it's more than you would even imagine, depending on the gravity that of, the gravity of what they try to do, or depending on the destiny that you have to complete, because it plays a major role. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card for advice, and then we're gonna go ahead and close out. Okay, but I'm also getting here too, like, to have a little bit of I'm getting something here about this. It's giving like romance. It's giving romance, and it's giving that somebody is trying to pursue someone else, but or someone could be trying to pursue you, but they're not necessarily used to your energy. They're more used to being able to do and say, because the people that they've dealt with in the past have been like oblivious. But this person that you could be coming in contact with in a romantic way, y'all could be actually on the same wavelength. And when they try and attempt to do things, they could actually feel kind of shameful, because they have to learn that you guys are on the same frequency. So I'm getting here to try to like have a little bit of patience with this person, because they're just trying to like feel you out and like understand like exactly what type of person you are, and if you're cosplaying in energy, because I'm getting this person used to people pretending to have a strip program, pretending to not allow certain things, but then when it gets down to it, they end up allowing anything, all right, just to keep this person in their energy, all right? Kind of like, I don't want to say pick me energy, but this person does not like this person that you could be coming in contact with, pick me's, they literally, so this person could be really connected with the underworld and with the heavens. But I'm getting here that the flaw with this person is that maybe that they have evolved through this, and this is the reason why you guys are able to link up. But they felt in the past like if somebody was on a certain frequency, then that gave them the right to treat them a certain way, because they felt like the other person was just trying to gain from them anyway. So that gave them the right to kind of like do whatever, or be flighty, or whatever the case may be. So it's going to be really important that you kind of have patience, a little bit of patience, because this person is trying to understand who you truly are. All right. Let me put a card for advice, and then we're going to go ahead and close out. Okay. So we have structure. Okay. Yeah. So I'm getting from this structure card, right, that this person who felt like they could take your destiny, or whatever the case may be, The reason why they were able to tell that you had some sort of anointing on you is because this person could have been paying attention a lot more than you realized. It's like they were paying to them. They were paying attention to the patterns of your life. This is how they realized that you were called and you were meant for something major. It's because they pay attention to how you go through situations. There's this limbo kind of hangman energy where you don't really know what's going to happen, and then boom, it works out. And so this person felt like, why do you get so like up in arms and worried and stuff when things always end up working out for you? But it's because you're not entitled to the divine making things work out for you. See, that's what people mess up at. They feel like, oh yeah, the divine got me, and they become entitled to a certain result. And this is how they end up being in situations where they don't necessarily know what to do because they didn't expect certain things to happen. These are the people who end up saying, well, I'm just going to go back to Christianity because when I believed in the divine and the universe, bad things were still happening to me. Bad things were still happening to you because you're entitled to results instead of allowing things to happen from you for you and either learning from that or learning from that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. All right, if you like this message, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this with somebody that needs to hear it. Okay, push these messages out to the algorithm. Okay, the other orchids need to know that there is a place for them. If they don't know, it's because we didn't tell them. All right, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna go ahead and start offering personal readings. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. Adios.